What is a typical day for us making creepypastas? How does it work?
Number 1, secure a computer because somehow we haven't got one today. Number 2, find a house to do it in. Number 3, make the fucking fun out of people who do shitty stories.
Well,
and each other at the same time.
That's what we're doing today. What we usually do is we turn up about 2ish, then Toby turns about 3ish, because he's always fucking late.
Always fucking
late. We doss around, then we go to the shops, buy shit, then we doss around for ages, and after about 2-3 hours, we get one done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, have you not
Maybe two.
Have you not seen any of my streams? I'm always at least half an hour late.
We're requested about 5 or 10 creepypastas a day. We also receive about 200 comments a day in general. So it's extremely difficult for us to remember everything that's been requested. Toby does his damnedest to sort of make notes.
Well, I make a list out of all the comments on the YouTube, but
which we've only recently been, following. Yeah. I've got a list. All right, let's look.
Let's click random pasta.
Yeah, usually Toby brings the list and I go, all right, let's hit random pasta.
Fuck you. Yeah, someone needs to write down like the ones on the inbox as well, because I don't get any of them, and I haven't written any of the inbox ones down. So
I mean, I'm not gonna do it.
I mean, the general consensus is if you want to request, don't inbox him. Just put it on the comments, and I will put them.
Don't put it on the comments. It's hard for us.
Make lots of them.
I am the one who finds them.
All right. Well, Toby's fine with it. Then write them in the comments.
Hello to the Micro Leroy channel on YouTube. My name is KPP619, and about a year ago I requested the lost episode of Wheel of Fortune, which I didn't realize was actually a troll pasta, but nonetheless you guys turned into a pretty awesome episode, and it was hilarious. I just wanted to congratulate you guys on 2 years of Bad Creepypasta. It's a great show. I loved every episode. Got them on my iPod. It's just brought a lot of laughs. And congratulations on 2 years. And I look forward to the 5-year anniversary. And just thank you guys. Cheers.
All the fan art that we've had and all the fan animations we've had have been absolutely incredible. Like I've enjoyed every single piece of it. But the one that's in particular stuck with me is the one. The Mario head. I think it was one of the first ones we had. Like it's just the one where it's just like, what was it? It's the one with "I hate you." I think it is. And it's just like the boo started filling the screen. Woo! With the shaking Mario head. That one is my absolute favourite so far. It's so funny. The close second is probably the one GTA San Andreas when I think that's the one where I was for some reason drawn naked down an alley with a massive dong. That was pretty one of the highlights. Yeah.
Seeing yourself with a huge cock as a highlight.
Yeah, seeing myself as a huge cock is a highlight.
I really like a lot of just drawing. The only downside is I don't like the way that I'm always portrayed as being shorter than you.
You are shorter than me.
Yeah, by that much. It's like I'm like half a foot shorter than you. So
they could draw you a lot fatter than they do as well now.
Point.
So. My favourite piece of fan work we've had sent to us. It's extremely difficult to choose. I'd probably have to break it up. Like, so art-wise, we've had lots of posters. There was a poster that we had sent in specifically for this video, which I really liked. The animations, they've all got something to offer, but I'm a huge fan of the Eyeless Jack one with the Doctor with the sort of Twin Peaks 3D glasses. That's really great.
Hang on, he's had his kidneys removed. He has no knowledge of this at all, and the slightest. So what? Yeah. This guy come in, remove his fucking kidneys, give him some fucking anesthetic or whatever the fuck it is, anesthetic, so he doesn't feel any pain. Then he wakes up and he'll be fine. Fuck off!
I started in his eyes.
What?
Oh, when he punched it.
My eyes widening.
You somehow lost your left kidney last night.
It's not.
We don't know how though. Sorry, Mitch.
Why is
My doctor told me.
As he spun his propeller hat.
I happened upon Jacob's channel, the Michael Leroy channel, through, as you could probably guess from what they normally do, or most regularly do, their Bad Creepypasta videos. And the first video that I saw of theirs was the top 5 best and worst creepypastas, I believe. It's so strange because the 2-year anniversary is coming up. That's what this video's for, to talk about how great Bad Creepypasta is. But it just seems not too long ago, for me personally, that I started watching these videos, and then all of a sudden this is, happening. As I've done 3 pictures for them, fan art stuff. All 3 of them have been specifically for one video, although there was one of them that ended up actually being the thumbnail of the video, which made me very, very happy. I will say that I'm very, very proud of that. And the other 2, they're on the Facebook page. I was personally very, very proud of that. I was happy that it was on the Facebook page, and it was kind of interesting going on there and being able to interact with people who were commenting on the picture, even though there weren't a whole lot. I've done a few live streams with him, Jacob. He's really, really cool. I've had plenty of talks with him just through Skype, the private talks that nobody can really see. Nothing bad goes on there, it's just they're not broadcasted. I watch all of their videos, and I can say that I've watched probably a larger percent of their videos than probably any other YouTuber that I am subscribed to. I feel like I was able to personally make a friend with Jacob. I feel like I can consider him at the very least a friend. I enjoy their commentary. I feel that they are very full of wit, and the fact that it's not scripted at all. They just read what they see, they go from there. There's no editing that I can see. It's just they record what they're doing, maybe put some pictures for people to, to see, maybe to keep them entertained or something. In some cases, it's really warranted. But I like it. Actually, no. I love their videos. I really, really enjoy their videos. I know that sometimes if I'm having issues writing, or even if I'm just wanting to draw or something, I often listen to their videos. I really, really love their sense of humor.
I've known Jacob, Toby and Matt for quite a long time now, and they asked me to get involved in this show that they were doing on the internet on something called Creepypastas. Had no idea what they were, but I'd heard some of the kids at school talking about them. So I thought I'll go along and have a look. Anyway, they sat me down and said, right, we're going to read this story and we want your opinion on it. Yeah, the kids at school were reading it, and I was quite excited to hear what they were into these days, so that maybe we could discuss it in class. I work mainly with teenagers. Anyway, I came in and they started recording, and they told me the title of this story was called Squidward Suicide. And I thought, okay, I'll buy it, I'll give it a go. And then they read the most appalling thing I've heard in a long time. I was absolutely gobsmacked, and I realised that they'd set me up, because at that time I didn't know what their show was. But since then, I've certainly discovered what Bad Creepypasta is, and I'm subscribed, and I listen to every episode. I think it's absolutely hilarious. What I also do, because they have this endless, bottomless well of wonderful stories, I often choose some of the really bad ones, like Jeff the Killer, Sally EXE, I think was one of them was called, and I use them in my classroom, and the kids love it. I use it to teach the kids how not to write a story, or how not to use tense swaps, and they go through them finding the mistakes, and they absolutely love it, because for kids of about sort of 12, 13, some of these stories are a bit edgy, some of them have got bad language in, and they have the time of their life, and it educates them. Anyway, guys, congratulations on your 2-year anniversary. Let's just hope there are many, many more. And let's just hope that eventually you can get round to doing a show called Good Creepypasta, because I now know that there are some out there. And hopefully you've inspired a few wannabe writers out there to do better work. So keep it up, mate. Well done.
Wow, my life's changed quite dramatically, especially over the past few months, ever since I've started doing the show. Mainly because my fiance fell pregnant in February this year, and that's pretty much changed my life a lot. I've had to make quite a few changes. Still recording though. Happy to announce though that I'm actually expecting a little girl. So that's great. I mean, that's gonna be fun. That being an overprotective dad with a shovel when my little girl grows up. But Yeah, aside from that, I wouldn't say my life's changed as much. I've been trying to become more of a content creator, bettering myself really, but mainly for my little girl these days.
Alexo, you might know him as the guy who wrote the Ultimate Pasta. He told me a fun story about how he was at a convention and he heard a couple of guys talking about bad creepypasta, and he went and introduced himself, and they kind of completely freaked out when they realised who he was. And I was on the phone actually earlier today with Andrew Nance from Darkland, and he was telling me at least 3 occasions where somebody's recognised him from Darkland as well, and started a conversation with him. So things like that, it's getting harder to kind of to kind of ignore it and sort of act like act like it isn't happening. Well, it's just been all kinds of crazy, but what's been consistent is this show and the people that watch it, and their numbers are just increasing, and that's amazing because in human life, of course you have your ups and your downs, but perpetually I find myself turning to the fans for that support, and that's great. And most people they never get to have that. They have their downs and they feel like shit, and there isn't always somebody there for them. So I'm extremely grateful that I've got such an amazing group of people that watch our content. A real high point, I guess, would be the 24-hour live stream was a big one. Like staying up for 24 freaking hours, crazy. Obviously, we were awake for longer than 24 hours to set the whole damn thing up and stream for 24 hours and then go home. Utterly mental. I really enjoyed it. The fact that obviously we raised more than our goal was amazing. Doing the prizes as well, like recently I'm a bit of a child like this. I like making people happy, which is I guess is why I'm narcissistic as all hell, but I still like making other people happy as well. So one of the reasons I became an entertainer, I guess. So when we did the competition and the guy who won the competition, when we sorted all the prizes out for him recently, that was really fun, and like signing the stuff was really cool. We each said what our least favourite creepypasta was, the one that we thought was the worst. Yours, I believe, was Jeff the Killer at the time. Has that changed?
You do yours first. Let me just breathe for a minute.
Okay, so like I said, last year I think I said that Thomas was the worst creepypasta we'd done.
I think it's the best.
Whether that's changed or not, I don't know.
I don't know.
There are one or two that I think, since then have been really quite horrific. I think Rayman 4 was...
That was a bloody marathon.
So much of it was just pointless.
Yeah, you could have shaved, like...
It still would have been awful, but it would have saved us time.
You could have just taken so much of it out and it would have reached the same conclusion. Yeah, Rayman 4 is probably my pick for the worst. Perhaps not the worst of all time, but the worst since we did the last one of these. Rayman 4.
I think the worst one we did was Laughing Jack.
Oh.
But I'm only saying this mainly because I want to upset people, like that person who couldn't spell no right. I'm never letting that go. You spelt no wrong.
My worst one, I think, from last year, I believe we did it within the year. Jeff the Killer, again, versus Slender Man.
That was in fact, that was our birthday special, wasn't it? So that was right after we'd done the documentary last year.
It's still the worst.
Like right afterwards.
Well, still worse than Jessica versus Michael Myers.
Can I change mine to Sonic EXE round 2?
No, I'd say...
I'll change mine to Michael Myers. But,
the reason why I think...
It keeps changing.
Basically, we don't know the answer.
Basically, I think Jeff the Killer vs Slender Man is so much worse than Jeff the Killer Michael Myers, because in Michael Myers 1, he dies, which is fantastic. I love it. In bloody Jeff the Killer vs Slender Man, he's indestructible, omnipotent being, and for some reason these stupid couple... I'm never gonna fucking get over that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but in Michael Myers, the one Jeff Killer vs Michael Myers, the way that fucking Jane can't make up her mind whether she loves him or not.
Oh, that was so stupid, man. Why do we still do this?
And my opinion, I guess, has changed last year. I no longer hold Thomas in the level of contempt I did before. Like Thomas is like a happy memory for me now.
I mean, Laura overtook that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Laura is worse because Thomas was at least funny, whereas Laura was just a pain in the arse.
On the bright side, Thomas, he had a normal name and he wasn't called something retarded like Darkwing.
Okay, well, my name's Mike, and I got into bad creepypasta. I was just flicking around on YouTube, watching a couple of top 10s, and I came across bad creepypastas, best and worst creepypastas. Started watching that, liked the format of the show, liked the sometimes quite sarcastic answers and everything, and thought, you know what, I'm going to check out, see what else is on this channel. I met Jacob Sherwood, started watching the show, thought, yeah, he seems like a pretty cool guy, sent him a message on Hangouts, and it turns out that we live quite near each other. So he just said, you know, filming a bit of Darkland, do you want to come down and have a look? So I said, yeah, sure. Jumped in the car, drove down, turned up, filming, stayed back, watched a little bit, and obviously Jacob saw me standing outside, waved me in, and you know, introduced me to the cast, showed me a bit of the footage they were doing, and you know, really made me feel welcome on set, even though that was the first time he actually met me. Years of the show, you know, I've been watching it for almost 2 years, and you know, it's just gone from strength to strength. You know, really good fan base from all the comments and, you know, on the live streams and everything. So, you know, happy birthday to Bad Creepypasta, and you know, really look forward to, you know, what's coming in the next couple of years. And I for one can't wait to you know, watch a couple more, see what's going to happen. You know, it's a good show, brilliant people behind it, and you know, great fan base. So happy birthday, guys, and let's keep it going.
Hello, my name is Alex, and I, like many others, am a fan of Bad Creepypasta. I stumbled across the show during the beginning of 2014, and I guess I've been a fan ever since. And today, I'd like to share what Bad Creepypasta has done for me. I started watching it during a very stressful point in time. It was the last year of university, and I felt like I was under a lot of pressure to get the best grades so I could stand out during the next stage. And at some point in this year, I started watching the show and incorporated it into my daily routine. And it became quite comforting to know that no matter how stressful the work got, that I could wake up and there would be something there that would actually have me laughing and smiling without failure. And it just made the whole process a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable. And I would go so far as to say that these guys got me through the last year of university. And I can't thank them enough for everything that they've given me. And I know I can't speak for everyone, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who would say similar things. And as far as it goes, I would give the show 2 thumbs up. I give it 2 thumbs up because I only have 2 thumbs.
I've been a fan of Bad Creepypasta since really early 2014. They make me laugh really hard, and mostly make me realize creepypastas can't suck. I actually thought Laughing Jack was actually decent until they came in, so I got it thinking for that. And like, they show me how stupid people can be when it comes to writing, or lazy, or whatever. It's really amazing how that can work. Just mostly, I got it thinking for showing me real comedy, showing me how bad creepypastas can be, because when you think about it, like, when you're just starting out with knowing about creepypastas, you think every story is going to be good. And mostly just give me really good laughs. Like, that's all I have to think. Creepypasta would be doomed if we didn't have them. I mean, they're the reason why people are trying to actually put effort into their works now. It's actually pretty amazing. And they also inspired shows like Awful Creepypasta by the ones that do Alexo, yeah, Alexo. And the Overanalysts. My favorite parts of the Bad Creepypastas are mostly the freakouts. Doesn't matter which one, just the freakouts.
Mark, stop. We don't even know who he is. He could be a fucking killer for all we know.
Fuck! Oh! But God, this makes me so fucking angry!
We've reached that point.
But guy, give us a fucking killer! Maybe it could be Jeff the killer! It's clever because it's fucking Jeff the killer! Shut up! Just stop! Just...
It's almost over.
I am so Oh, I'm so
Toby just lost his goddamn monkey mind.
Oh,
Toby is
fuck
suffering
this
from massive
story.
mind loss.
I'd say it's changed since obviously House of Rage has become our editor. It's a lot more interactive now. Like usually it was just like you didn't even have to watch the screen and nothing was happening.
Yeah, there's
It
now
just,
jokes
You just
that
had
are
to listen
happening.
to
Yeah.
it, and we just had to solely focus on the jokes.
Yeah, right.
But now we can. Well, I don't know. We don't really rely on visual gags, but we don't even think about them. And House of Rage adds them in at the
Yeah,
same
it's
time.
like you get
It's
text
brilliant.
up on the screen like, "Oh, okay, lads," and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
get my coat and things like that. It's like having a fourth person. It's like having a fourth member of the team, which is really cool.
He's invisible. He could be right behind you.
I feel like the show has changed in that I just feel like we've got our shit together in the sense of like the dynamic of the group is where it needs to be. Like when we started, like, I can't even watch some of our really early stuff like Chow's Demise and things like that. I just think
Who named the Chow Queer?
they're just so rubbish
Okay.
and like you watch the new ones. I don't know. I feel like the comedy is like a lot more on point and we're just a lot faster with the wit and everything. I just think it's improved a lot.
Well, the
since we
first one
started.
was just me laughing at you.
Yeah, there
reading
weren't
it.
even any jokes. I mean, even when we started, there weren't really jokes made. Like even in Teke Teke, which I do enjoy, but there's no jokes really except at the end.
These are the jokes.
Yeah. Whereas I think over the course of the last 2 years, we've kind of got into this rhythm now where we just record them and we're making jokes now at the second we begin. Even when we read the title, the jokes are just coming, and that's how I think.
If they don't, we don't bother.
Yeah, that's how I think the show's changed. Is that I think it's actually improved. I'm happy to say.
I mean, you guys' wit might have improved. Mine was just like, nah, I'm still the same. I don't know what that
You
was.
just make a racist voice of a Japanese person, and
Matt, how about you? Do you feel like the show has changed in any way?
well, we found a lot worse ones than in the early days.
Yeah, that's true. Though the standard seems to be getting lower and lower.
You were expecting it
I've
to
said
get
it
better.
before, but we find unique ways of like reaching rock bottom.
Yeah.
Rock bottom!
Hello! Happy birthday to Bad Creepypasta. 2 years old. It's a big year. Don't hit your terrible twos. May your cake be hyper-realistic, and may your event not go by as fast as a leopard so you can enjoy every single minute of it. And now, with a big adieu, it's goodbye and congratulations from Blue and Dog.
Hello, this is the host of the show with no name. I was a guest on Bad Creepypasta for the He Sees You When You're Sleeping episode. I'm also the author of the Cream.mp3 trilogy. I remember when I first came across Bad Creepypasta, it was around a year ago, I would say. I was looking up stuff like creepypasta readings on the internet, and I just kept seeing stuff, Bad Creepypasta. And I got curious enough to check it out. I believe the first one I ever saw was the original Sonic EXE creepypasta, and I just got hooked. I binge watched all of them, and it also introduced me to this, little community of Jacob Sherwood and everybody else, the Blue Majora, all the fans. And it's been really interesting. It's been really fun, and I would like to thank the Bad Creepypasta crew for making this all happen. I'm so excited for the third year of Bad Creepypasta, and I'm just excited to just laugh with you guys, because this has been a lot of fun.
Hey, I've been a fan of Bad Creepypasta since one of the first episodes, and I just want to say happy 2-year anniversary.
I guess as well, like I've just enjoyed watching it grow, watching the whole show just get bigger. Watching the fan art, more and more of it coming in, and more likes coming in on the Facebook and things like that. More and more pasta requests and people sending in there. We've had so many fan pastas that I'm starting to forget which ones that are out there. There are so many backed up on it. First, fan pasta was like a thing I thought we were going to do once in a while, and we haven't recorded it in a while. But we have so many of people just dying for us to read their fan pastas. And guys, we haven't forgotten you, and we're going to read them. Don't you worry. But that's amazing. I can't speak for Toby and Matt, but I love when the fan pastas come in, because it's just seeing all the memes and the references, and seeing how people can use their imaginations and their creativity to do things. With myself and Matt and Toby as characters, and MD Phantasm and Vince 12 and all the rest of them as these characters. It's really amazing. It doesn't get old. I haven't got used to it yet. Coolest thing we've had sent to us by post is we've had some really cool stuff. So I want to kind of shout out the really cool stuff we've had before I say my favorite. But yeah, like we've had like paintings and things sent. We had a great painting that was sent that's a watercolor. That's actually, you probably tell place is looking a bit bare. I'm in the middle of moving house. When I move into my new place, that's going up in my room is the Bad Creepypasta painting that was watercolored. But I think we had some plushies, some plush dolls, custom made, sent in. And they were really, really cool. I don't know where they are because they're packed. I think they're packed away in one of my boxes at the moment because I kind of had wanted us to have one of them each during our interviews because we've got one of all three of us and also
Darkland, I think is going to be a big thing because it's fucking an hour and a half long. You know
Whenever it's going to get released.
That's going to be like, well, we're still working on it. That's the thing. I tell you what, I've really enjoyed doing Darkland. Like we started working on it last year. Like we were just getting into it around the time of the last documentary, and now we're getting close to the end. It's been a hell of a ride doing Darkland. I tell you, that's been amazing.
It's been great fun for me.
And Matt's not been involved in any sort of capacity, but no, I've absolutely loved.
I've been sabotaging behind the scenes.
I've absolutely loved it. So you're the one who like kept messing with everyone's schedule.
Yeah.
Didn't Darkland begin because I initially showed you Ben Drowned? You were
Yeah.
like, why did you send me this? Now I have to make a film. And you fucking did! Who the hell says that?
That's how you get your inspiration for all your films. I showed you at the Mouth of Madness.
So yeah, most people like they go, oh, we have to make a movie about this, and then they don't do it. But when I say that shit, I end up fucking doing it, for better or worse. I mean, sometimes the movies end up like Abyssus, but
this one is going to get finished. Otherwise, I will stone your house.
Right. So what do
You think I'm joking? I fucking will. I know where you live, will be living.
It's getting done. Don't worry, guys.
It will get done.
Darkland's coming out. Also, we got Grey Sea as well.
How do I feel about when people in the comments attack us when we make fun of the story they like? I don't really care. I find their response, like they're trying to defend and white knight it, amusing, because we don't find a story and goes, oh well, this one's sort of alright, but let's just rip it. No, if we're making fun of something, it's usually for a good reason. There's usually something we find that's stupid about it. So I don't care about those guys.
I've been watching this show for probably a year now. And I first started watching it with my brothers, and so that was cool. I couldn't find anybody that really did that kind of thing, and the thing that kind of led me to that was I don't know his name, but he reads Bad Creepypasta too, but he only had like 2 episodes up, and I was like, I gotta find people that actually do more of this. And then I found the guys at Bad Creepypasta, and they did a way better job at it than the other guy did. I've been kind of following what's been going on with, the whole Ben Drowned thing and what's been going on with the show. I watch a lot of the streams too, and so I think this is probably the most involved I've ever been with anything ever, and it's really cool to know the people who run the show, and they're all really cool people. They're all really funny too, so it's probably my favorite show on the web. So I probably wouldn't go anywhere else to see people make fun of creepypasta than these British losers. So
well, obviously this is the only reason why we're here for the 2-year anniversary, and I would personally like to say to the fans, thank you so much for just tuning in, especially those that tune in every single week when they as soon as they see we've uploaded a new Bad Creepypasta. I mean, you guys, we're the only reason why we're here, to be honest with you, and to especially every single fan out there and the ones that have animated us and take their time to do all of this stuff for us. It's amazing, you guys. We don't ever ask for anything in return. All we will do is continue on with the uphill struggle even of just doing Bad Creepypastas, because that's what we're known for. That's what we'll always do. When we're 50 years old, we may or may not still be doing it. Depends. You know what I mean? But
I'll be alive at 50.
What a future, eh? Yeah, that's if I'm alive at 50. Thanks, Matt.
I'm talking about me.
Oh. No, I mean, I've got Crohn's disease. I don't know if I'm going to be alive at 50.
Maybe lucky to see 30.
I mean, yeah, I'll be lucky to see... Fuck you, guys. And this is why we're here.
I guess I would say to the people watching this documentary, thank you for being a part of like, I don't know, pretentious, but a part of my life in a positive way. And I know that Toby feels that same way as well. And Matt, well, he doesn't have emotions because fat people can't feel. But I'm really, really happy with the way things have gone with this show, and how people have kind of taken it, to be a part of their lives, and getting like YouTubers who are substantially bigger than us, guys like Huda Hoodlum's Revenge, to come on the show, and then doing a collaboration with him on his channel was like a dream come true for me. So it's been a really wild ride. I've absolutely loved every minute of it.
So I discovered Jacob's YouTube channel around 10 months ago or so. Honestly, I can't remember how I did. However, one late night, when I stumbled upon their reading of Jeff the Killer, I was frankly blown away by how absolutely hilarious the 3 stars of the show were, not to mention the guests. And one of the earliest memories I have of Bad Creepypasta was listening to Toby's high-pitched kid voice. It was brilliant. Over the course of a few weeks, I began watching more and more of the show, and I was surprised at how entertaining their readings were. I remember hearing them riff on a lot of stories that I enjoyed back in the day, and once they did, I looked back and thought, man, I must have been high back then. I remember receiving a comment on one of my videos quite a long time ago, where a subscriber of mine told me that Jacob, the man I had listened to for a month or so, was interested in collaborating with me. I sat down, listened to the whole stream where he was asked whether or not he'd be interested in collaborating with me, and once he said yes, I smiled in joy, honestly. So after a while, we added each other on Skype, and I remember being really nervous before our first call together. However, not even 5 minutes passed before I felt very comfortable talking to him. And so I appeared on Bad Creepypasta a bit later. And it was fantastic. To wrap things up, these 3 guys have been doing the show for 2 years now. Isn't that crazy? 2 years of reading terrible stories, making hilarious jokes, and making people all around the world laugh out loud. I was fortunate enough to appear in one of their episodes, and it was an incredible experience. Seeing how all 3 are talented actors, with their own passions and dreams, is very inspirational, especially for someone as young as me, who wants to become an actor sometime in the future. It goes to show that you don't have to come from a wealthy household, have loads of money, or be the offspring of some famous person in order to achieve greatness. At least, in my eyes. Happy 2-year anniversary, Bad Creepypasta. Here's to the future.
I would like to, well, in the future, I'd like to see myself as, well, at least an esteemed actor who's actually been in one feature film that isn't directed by Jacob. You know, and hopefully I get more subscribers on my streams. I just need to do them more often. And that's about it for me. I mean, I hope to be a good father, as any soon-to-be father should be.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
And just so you know, camera, the kitty is behind the camera, and it is adorable.
She
he is the cameraman.
She.
Make that.
Oh, love me. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's what I see for my future. Matt, what do you see for your future apart from earning fuck tons of money and putting it in your safe?
Well, what I'm hoping for is when the Robot Rebellion comes, I want a minigun on this arm and like a chainsaw on this one so I can fight off robots.
Right, I was serious. You were going Planet Terror.
Yeah. No, I don't. Why the fuck would I want something on my foot? What good's like any weapon on your foot gonna do? Oh, I tripped over. Oh fuck, I've blown up my own ankle. That's fucking retarded. Chainsaw arm though, perfectly. Yeah.
Perfectly logistically
Yeah.
sound.
It makes it's a really good knife.
On the real, Matt, like, you got anything to add?
Nope, I cannot plan ahead for
that. Genuinely is his future. He wants a flamethrower arm. He didn't even say that, so he can fight off the xenomorphs.
Chainsaw?
Chainsaw arm.
I guess I just want to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I would...
really? Because all the times you screamed that you wanted to quit.
Yeah. I would... yeah, I'd like a life that doesn't so closely resemble hell, obviously. But that'll come in time, I think, as we keep working together, keep working towards a brighter future together. We sort of start singing a song now. It's not going to happen. Yeah, I just think, you know, I just want to keep doing what we're doing. And hopefully just get the, keep making people happy. As long as people keep laughing, I'm going to keep making the show.
Absolutely.
And I want to get Darkland out. I want to get more acting gigs, and I just want to keep entertaining people. And that's the thing. Like, if I can make a life for myself as an entertainer, that would be perfect.
House of Rage here, aka ECW James, aka James. I stumbled across them about almost a year ago. It was literally a dark and stormy night. We were having spring showers and thunderstorms. It was quite a crazy night. And I was just looking for some stuff to play in the background. I was going through creepypastas. I pretty much went through everything on the Mr. Creepypasta page and all of his subsidiary pages. it was just the same old stuff over and over again. And then I stumbled across I think it was the top 10 worst creepypastas. And I actually just sat down and I watched that one. And I was blown away. I mean, here was someone that was actually speaking out against the popular, what people considered the best of the best. Squidward's suicide, especially Jeff the Killer. Fuck that story. And, they were being honest about it. So, I started listening to more of their stuff. I listened to them tear apart Squidward's suicide with an actual school teacher, which was fucking brilliant. Jeff the Killer, them just tearing that apart, just put the biggest smile on my face that you could believe. So, I started watching, I subscribed to the channel and I started watching them more and more and more and more. And then I noticed they started doing live streams. So, I started popping in on the live streams, watching the live streams, and going from there. And then I decided to one day ask Jacob if he would mind, doing a podcast with me. I like to do podcasts once in a while. And I was looking for someone to do a horror podcast with me. And Jacob had some damn good taste in horror, and we did that. And it was really cool because, here's a guy with thousands of, subscribers to his channel who's quite popular in the community. And here I am, someone at the time who barely had 12 people subscribing to my channel. He was like, yeah, sure, just tell me when you want to do it and I'll do it. And it worked from there. One day I noticed that his uploads, the Bad Creepypasta uploads, were getting fewer and fewer, fewer and farther between episodes. And I just asked him, hey, what's going on? And he was like, yeah, we're having some issues with our editor. And I was like, hey, would you mind if I start doing Bad Creepypastas for you? I don't mind. I'm more than happy to help. And we did, and the first one he sent me was Raymond for Part 3. Fucking Christ, that story. Like, that pretty much set me up for it. It was like, oh, okay, you want to help out? Here you go, kid. So, after that, it was, Jeff is back. It's been one hell of a ride since. It's really cool just being part of a group saying, helping out any way I can. And Jacob, Toby, and the guys, they're really good guys. And seeing this community that they're starting to build, it just makes me that much prouder just to be part of it. So it's been, they're hitting their 2-year anniversary, and congratulations, guys. You fucking earned it. You got great fans. You got people that care about you. I know things have been rough lately, but, you're going to get through it. Shit's going to get better. Nowhere else to go but up. So till then, House of Rage here, signing off, and I'll see you guys next Friday with, let's see, what has he got me working on this week? Really? Really? Fucking Christ. I need something to drink.
There we go. Done,
Right.
done, fucking
All right.
done.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. You're all amazing. Especially you. You right there. Especially you.
That guy. Or girl. Or both.
You are incredible. I just want to kiss you.
This story is bamboozling.
On another note, you may have noticed that I'm wearing a Bad Creepypasta themed t-shirt. I was very excited to find out that these were going on sale because I'm the sort of person who, when they really like something, they want to publicly express how much they like something. And they're quite obscure jokes, as far as jokes go, in the public. So I'm looking forward to the day that someone points at the shirt and says, I get that, because I think that would be really good.
People can get bored of them, because, people get really fucking bored of zoos so quickly. We're going to have to engineer something more dangerous, because that makes sense. Hey, this is not completely illegal and incredibly dangerous. Let's, Oh, also, let's say we're going to be bigger than Jaws. Eat a dick, Jurassic World.
Once again, eat a dick, Jurassic World.
A dog's bitten this woman's face off, and she just seems so nonchalant about it.
Yeah, the show's gotten like bigger. Episodes have gotten longer. You know, it's got harder to do. Is what I'm getting at.
A bit girthier.
You know, yeah. I mean, veinier perhaps. It's a dick. It's a because of
dick analogy.
But this is your dick.
See, that's what we're dealing with, folks.
Very mature.
He's not going back, is he? All right, so